Hey everyone, this is Patrick and I am back for another edition of Heavy Therapy. This is part 2 of my top 40 metal albums of 2024. That's what we're here to do, so let's do it. Number 30 is Verus with the Apophatic Wilderness. 4 tracks, 41 minutes of music out on Norma Evangelium Diaboli. This band is from New Zealand. This is their third LP. I know the band because the drummer is, Jamie St. Merritt of Ulcerate. So I had to check out their last album. That's when I was introduced to them. That's my favorite Verus album still, is their last album. So this is just kind of like a moody, mid to slow tempo, atmospheric black metal project, avant-garde black metal project. For fans of the Temple, Thantifaxith, Ulcerate, Black Fucking Cancer, Selpst, but all of those bands, but just not as aggressive at all. More just about creating a contemplative, dark, meditative atmosphere. So Verus, there's only 4 tracks. Actually, track 3 and 4 is basically part 1 and part 2 of one track. So 2 big tracks. I like that there's actually not a lot of ideas here in terms of the guitars. There's just nuance, attention to detail, and I love that. I always get a lot out of every listen to this album, and that's why Verus, the Apophatic Wilderness, is number 30. Number 20 is Witch Vomit with Funeral Sanctum. 10 tracks, 30 minutes and 30 seconds of music out on $20 spin. This is their third LP, and for fans of Immolation, especially with the vocals, Autopsy, Dissection, they have a lot of Blackened influence on this album. Just a great listen. I love the moody atmosphere that they create. Just dark, good riffs. The drums sound very organic and natural. Just, another note to basically bring to your attention is that Tempter, who's the guitarist of this band and vocalist, is also in Torture Rack. This is not Torture Rack. This is, again, heavy, stompy, Undergang style death metal with some black metal influence. Number 29. Number 28 is one of my favorite black metal projects of the year, Wormwitch, with their self-titled album. This is their 4th album. The band's from Vancouver, Canada, British Columbia, Canada. And 9 tracks, 41 minutes of music here out on Profound Lore. For fans of Spectral Wound, Dissection, Necrofire, track 4, Inner War, does sound like a Witch Vomit track, actually. Aggressive, speedy, riffy black metal, some punky drums, galloping solos, heavy metal solos as well. My favorite Wormwitch project to date, right here. Number 27 is CIVIRUS with Maze Envy. 7 tracks, 42 minutes of music out on $20 spin. My favorite track is track 4, Labyrinth Charm. This has like Vastum meets Zompantli meets a little bit of post-metal influence, atmospheric at times, not at times, like all throughout. They like creating this sort of tempestual, swirling atmosphere. Beautiful, tortured synths are also on this album. Great vocal performance from Lord Fowl. Heavy as hell. Great album. CIVIRUS, Maze Envy is my number 27 of 2024. Up next, we have DEISER's sophomore album, Slave to the Scythe. 9 tracks, 40 minutes out on Blacklight Media. Also distributed by Metal Blade. South Carolina black and thrash band. Second LP, like I said. 4-person band. At first, I didn't enjoy this album as much as their first album. I thought the production was a bit too clean, too professional sounding. But then one day I just put it on again, and I was like, I like this album a lot. Vicious Blade, Creator, Early Slayer, those kind of bands, Destruction. Even, who am I thinking of? Nunslaughter as well. Put all those in a cauldron, an evil cauldron, and you get some magic that is DEISER, Slave to the Scythe. Number 25 is the Natotherians Alienation Manifesto. 7 tracks, almost 42 minutes of music out on Voidhanger Records. Band is from San Jose in Virginia. So all that I need to say about this is another project from Shelby Lermo from Ulthar. Yeah. It's listed as black metal, and it's pretty much a black metal album. I hear some death metal influence. There is some more guttural vocals on this album from Shelby throughout certain songs. It has the drummer from Black Fucking Cancer, and that band's seriously amazing as well. So besides guitars, bass, and drums, Shelby plays keyboards and noise on this. Keys are featured prominently on track 2, The Raven and the Box of Stars, which is a standout track. Track 3 is largely comprised of these haunting piano keys, some noise in the background, and the end has this wobbly cosmic synth that plays the track out. Would work well in sort of a psychological horror flick or something. Really cool album. Just this album is really, really strong. Has some track 4 and track 5 have some crazy rhythm changes and moments. Kind of a weird pogo sounding moment in track 5, whatever that means. Last song is a 12-minute epic. Just a great fantasy style lyrical themes about like basically the end of humanity and the survival of all other animal life on planet Earth. Cool album for fans of Ripped to Shreds, Emperor, Ulthar, Vastum in terms of the vocals. Check out the Natotherians Alienation Manifesto. Number 24, Apparition, Disgraced Emanations from a Tranquil State. 6 tracks, 38 minutes and 11 seconds of music. Profound lore. This is the second LP from this LA-based band. Features members of Dead Body. Andrew Morgan does drums and vocals. Apparition's debut album is one of my favorite albums of this decade so far. I don't like this as much. The guitar tone got a little bit fuzzier, less clean. But this is more progressive, more jazzy. We're fans of Tomb Mold, very much Tomb Mold, Death, Atheist, Malignant Altar. Just this album kept growing on me, and I really, really like this album a lot. Apparition, Disgraced Emanations from a Tranquil State is my number 24 pick of the year. Up next is Noxus with Violence Inherent in the System. 11 tracks, 49 minutes, Rotted Life Records. This is a very exciting album. I didn't believe that this album would sound this good. I have liked what this band has put out before this, but they've changed vocalists, they changed styles. They were kind of more like brutal death metal. This is technical, very technical yet groovy death metal here. Jazz influence as well. There's some horns on here. Just a great album, and love the sort of, it sounds like fretless bass. Love the production on this. Just extremely heavy, dense. Cryptopsy meets Defeated Sanity. Just meets Tomb Mold. Just a really good listen, and I do need to listen to it some more, but I like where I have it right now. Number 23, Noxus, Violence Inherent in the System. Up next, 22 is Black Curse with Burning in Celestial Poison. 5 tracks, 45 minutes. Out on Sepulchral Voice Records. Band started in 2015 from Denver, Colorado. This is their second LP. Just like a black metal, death metal cauldron mix. almost sounds like war metal because of that. Features members of Chemist and Primitive Man, and the guitarist and vocalist on this is the drummer vocalist of Spectral Voice, Eli. Think of also, Gravesend, Spectral Voice in the vocals and the overall sort of tone. Ascended Dead as well. This is very easy to listen to, even though I'm sure they would find that not as a compliment, but it is easy to listen to if you like this style of music. Just love this album a lot. Black Curse, Burning in Celestial Poison is my number 22 album of 2024. Okay. The sort of the king of this 10 right here, number 21, Sovereign with Altered Realities. This is their debut album, 7 tracks, almost 42 minutes of music, out on Dark Descent Records. Band's from Oslo, Norway, 4-person band. For fans of basically Skeletal Remains, if they were a death thrash band. Also here, Death, Pestilence, a little bit of Authors of Madness era, Morbid Angel here. The last track, 10 minutes, Absence of Unity, will also call to mind Horrendous. Great album here. Love the attention to detail, love the drum performance, production just sounds very organic and natural. Love the artwork here. Standout track, another standout track would probably be side B. Side B, the entire side B is amazing, but I like every song in here a lot. 21 is Sovereign with Altered Realities. Those are my has been part 2 of my top 40 albums, metal albums of 2024. As always, chat with you all in the comment section. More to come very soon. Remember to stay heavy, and talk to you later. Bye.